Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Oh, okay. Sorry. Welcome back to the episode.
The same
podcast. Because okay, I wanted to for us to do a post for the thumbnail because I always forget to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So welcome back to our
Welcome back
podcast.
to the podcast. It's
To be
a
in
new
the same
episode.
boat.
It's a new week. We're your hosts,
Karina,
and Erica.
we're welcome. We're happy that you're back.
As you can tell, we are a little bit out of it right now. But I don't know. I was just telling Karina how I was so tired today. I think it's the weather, and I was in a classroom for 3 hours and the air conditioning wasn't working, so it was so stuffy and
It's that.
I was just tired out of my mind. And then I also didn't have coffee until 1 p.m. So maybe that's why.
That's why.
Yeah. But then I had coffee afterwards and I was still but then and then I laid down on the bench outside and I had a chocolate bar and I feel way better now.
It's a chocolate.
It's the chocolate. It's the sugar rush.
100% chocolate. What's today's episode, Erica?
Oh yeah, we were talking about the topic and then I thought of, because we had a class, 2 days ago, and we're talking about personality tests and we were doing it in class, or we were comparing our results in class, me and Karina, and ours were so different. It was the spectrum was the end for each of us.
I wouldn't say it was completely different.
For some of them, it was completely different.
Some of them.
A and B.
Yeah. But some of them were remember the 5 and 7 one? Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
One of the qualities, I guess.
Yeah.
It was from -40 to +40, and then Erica's favorite number is 5 for somebody who doesn't know. My favorite number is 7, and then my rank was 7, and Erica's was 5, and I was
that's a bit crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So then I was thinking that we could talk about our MBTI and personality tests and how we are similar or different. Because I feel like I always say that we're similar, but we're actually
Very
different. We're just we have similar life experiences and interests. But
Life experiences.
Personality-wise, we're different.
Oh, that's such a good way to put that.
Right?
But also, that's what, when I was brainstorming this episode yesterday before I went to bed, I was thinking that that's the perfect combo for your life partner. Or or even close friends, I guess, like us. You need to have that difference between personalities.
Yeah.
When you're very much the same, I guess we're going to go into that a little bit later. But when you're very much the same, you just clash.
Yeah.
You can't be with that person very close.
Yeah.
But then you need to have the similarities in terms of your experiences or what you want to do in life, because you need something to talk about.
Yeah. You're just going back on the same topic as last episode where you're I'm going to marry Erica.
Yeah.
Or life partners.
Or life partners. But actually, I want to start by the theory, or not theory, the thing that the prof was describing in the class, the Carl Jung. Is it theory?
Oh, yeah.
The Carl Jung thing.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, somebody doesn't know it. In a nutshell, this guy, centuries ago, he came up with this thing that all the people in this world, they divide up into 4
quadrants.
And then maybe I'll put a
I can draw it.
Here.
So it's a circle, and we divide into half, top and bottom, and it's extrovert versus introvert. And then you divide that again within the line in the middle, and then you have left and right, and that's thinking versus feeling. Mm-hmm. That's how all these personality tests are being made up, and it's all based off of this theory, which is true.
It's very true. But then in the class when he was explaining, I was thinking, who am I? And it was so hard because I don't think I can be one quadrant. That's
you're in the dot. You're in the middle of everything.
I was thinking that, but then yeah. Wait, were you really surprised when you saw your the work wolf that we did in class?
We did a personality test in class.
Okay.
It's called Pathfinder. It's about it's
Jobs.
more so for more career oriented and what kind of position you are suitable for. Mine was very accurate. It was saying how it was a lot of things, but then the one that I remember very clearly is that that I work well independently, but in a team environment. So I need to have like people around me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I excel when I like work on things alone and do tasks by myself. You were surprised about this because I was on my chart. It says I'm very team oriented. You were like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I'll tell you later, but I never told you.
Oh yeah.
Because I realized this in my last internship.
Yeah.
It was online, right? And
Yeah.
everyone in that team was like in Toronto and I was in Vancouver and it was remote. And
did you
maybe
feel
it's because I
lonely?
didn't like a little bit, yeah. Maybe because I didn't like the job as much. But a big thing that impacted it was because I didn't know anyone in the company. Everyone I talked to, only people I talked to was my manager or the boss or the founder, him, and then one person I work with on my team. That's it. I've heard of names, but I've never like formally met any of them. Not even through like a video call. So it was like I was like I'm there, but I'm not really there. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's impacted you.
I think that really impacted it. I was like I don't feel like I am part of this company or this team. So I definitely need to like have that environment.
On that topic, I was really surprised because mine was way lower than yours.
Yeah, it's surprising
because I'm normally like I would think that I'm more team oriented than you are.
Yeah, you are.
But then mine was like a lot lower than I would expect. But honestly, I think recently I've been getting a lot more into individual work rather than I used to be, but I'm still very much a team player. Like when I need to do something just me, and when it's like manager just gives me a job and I have to do it, that's very boring for me.
Yeah.
But I've been getting more comfortable with doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know because of what, maybe it's just maturing or whatever. But that was interesting.
I mean, it's also like never like 100% accurate.
That's true.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting.
And then also one thing I was surprised, I think last thing for me about Pathfinder is one thing I was really surprised or concerned about is that when me and Erica were
comparing
jobs, it has like star reviews. So like 5 stars, like the best fit, and then like up to 1 star. And I had so many jobs in my 5-star reviews. Like I think I had like 30 or even more. And then I had nothing under 3 stars.
You're just that good.
But that's not, like, that's the thing. I don't think of it as good. Like, that's my thing. I've always been, like, average on everything. Like, I'm not great. You know what I'm saying?
I say that about myself, too.
Oh. Sure. Yeah, so I was thinking, like, in my head, that's more of a problem. I'm a Libra. It's hard for me to choose things.
Yeah.
Not like very hard. Like I'm not like people think Libras are like the most hard, like it's the worst thing for them to make a decision, which is not for me. Like I think I'm very quick on my feet when it's needed. But then when I see that about myself, like I do the test for it to tell me something, not for it to make me make more decisions. You know?
Yeah, but it's just telling it makes it more true then, because it's not a bad thing to be good at everything, but not like excellent at one thing. Like it's not a bad thing. It's just it makes it more complicated. But I actually one of the YouTubers that I watch, she was also talking about that. She said that she finds interest in a lot of things and she has a lot of hobbies and she's good at everything, but not great at one thing. And
that's me.
That's what's been bothering her for like years.
Oh, same.
So she like went through that, and then she said she's like what 20, like late 20s, and she said she finally accepted that it's okay, and she just accepts that, and she excels with like different hobbies and different interests, and I don't know, she finds joy in it.
I think that's my road, because that's also the reason I chose business,
because it's more like you have more options.
Because I didn't know. Like, it was so hard for me to pick, like, one. Like, I was okay at biology, let's say. I was okay at, like, I don't know, physics. But I was never, like, amazing.
Yeah.
And I wasn't loving doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't love doing it. So I was like, okay.
But I also think that about myself sometimes.
Well, we were both in business, so.
We're both in the same boat, so. Anyways, let's talk about MBTIs.
Ooh, yeah. Wait, you Do you remember your score before?
Oh yeah, I've had I remember.
Because we did it today,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't remember what I had before, but I think I had a different one.
Okay.
Okay,
say
wait.
yours first.
Mine is, I remember it's called console.
Well, you're definitely E something.
Yeah, ESFJ slash no slash
hyphen whatever.
T.
Okay.
I'm this guy. Consuls are very caring, social, community-minded people who are always eager to help. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's 100% me. Because there's a question there. Do you get more joy of other people succeeding because you help them, or you succeeding?
Yeah.
For me, 100% other people succeeding if I help them.
Yeah.
I love that way more.
Yeah.
But then for you, I think that's different, right?
For me, I think I put, there's 6, right? There's very much agree, normal agree, a little bit agree. I think I put a little bit agree. There are a few things that I was 100%. That was the scheduling thing and having lists. Those ones I was 100%. And then the questioning life after death and meaning in life.
Oh, same.
Those ones 100%.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's funny because mine's ISFJ. So I'm the same as you, just introverted, extroverted. But my introvert is 52, extrovert is 48. So it's
same,
close.
but the other way.
See?
Wait, I think.
That's crazy. Wait, really? You're that high introverted?
I'm very, a lot introvert. A lot more than I expected.
This is my third type. I've had different ones.
What'd you have?
For the longest time, I identified myself as an INFJ, and I refused to think otherwise. Or INTJ, I think.
What is that?
I'll tell you later, but I was an INTJ for the longest time, and I refused to take the test again because I was I'm an INTJ, nothing's going to change it. And I don't want to be anything else. Because I don't want to be changing all the time. I want to stick with something.
Wait, you were INFJ?
I was an INTJ.
INTJ, you're architect.
Yeah, architect. And then I was an INFJ.
And then you were protagonist.
Yes, and then now I'm an IS.
Oh, no. You said I, sorry. INFJ? NFJ? Oh, you're advocate. Okay, so she was architect, and then she became advocate, and then...
No one really thinks about that. It's more IN.
Yeah, I guess. That's easier for me, though. I was someone from green. I remember I was one of the green ones. I think I might have been protagonist, to be honest.
I don't know, but I went from INTJ to INFJ to ISFJ. And so now I don't know who I am anymore.
Well, I think because you changed throughout, life. So
Sure.
just, take your recent one. Wait, but we're the same thing, but, extroverted, introverted?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That makes sense.
Wait. No, I didn't expect it to be like that.
Me neither, but that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, let me see what mine
Wait, I want to, look up,
I'm
exact
I'm the
data.
defender. So defenders are very dedicated and warm protectors, always ready to defend their loved ones.
Aww, Erica.
Sure. So there's extroverted, introverted, so E and I.
Mm-hmm.
And then S and N is sensing and intuition.
Oh.
And then the third one is F-T, so feeling or thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is
J?
J or P, judging and perceiving. Judging, 21, perceiving.
70 what?
79.
Mine is 78.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. We're judges. We will judge you.
We come home, the basement.
Yeah.
No, we actually don't.
But yeah.
Wait, and then this is very interesting. I think, I don't know. The thing that I read about it is you want to help people, very very focused on social and very focused on the community, and really want to teach, give people guidance. And I was that makes so much sense.
I found this thing. It says how each MBTI views life. You're ESFJ, right? I'm ISFJ. We're both in the same category. We are under lives for others, wants to help everyone and reduce suffering.
Ah, we're so cute.
I used to be lives for themselves, tends to their own needs before others.
Girl, what happened? You
Life
changed
happened. Completely. And then I went
180.
and then I was also and then I was INFJ, which is the same as right now. So in a nutshell, I became more selfless.
Yeah.
I guess so. I don't know.
I think honestly, I've always been this way.
Yeah,
I
you
might
probably
have. I might have gotten this before too. To be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. Like for the longest time, I was like, I refuse to do it again. I refuse to be anything else other than INTJ. I was like, I want to be one and just like stick with it. Because I feel like if I change, I'll be like, I'm confused now.
Okay, wait. A question. Do you like tests like this?
Yeah, I love it. It's more of like fun.
Mm.
Like I like to see who I am or what I am.
Yeah. I love tests like that.
I love it. It's so fun.
You know those like in magazines when you're a kid, it's like what Barbie you are. It's
Yeah.
that was that was the only thing I bought the magazine for.
You know what I did like in every of my classes in high school when I wasn't listening to class? BuzzFeed quizzes. What type of cake are you?
Oh
what
my
kind
God.
of house are you?
I love those.
What character from Pretty Little Liars are you? I did that. Like that was my religion.
Yeah. Well, okay, I didn't know about BuzzFeed back then.
Those were so fun.
Yeah. And then, why you think that personalities sometimes clash?
Ooh, I mean, honestly, I think it clashes the most when you're the same, low key. Yeah, when you're too similar. Actually, no, it depends. If you're like, I think for me, if I find someone who's similar as me personality-wise, we wouldn't clash because I'm a calm person and they'll be calm and we'll just be calm together.
Isn't it boring then?
But it wouldn't clash.
Okay.
Like there wasn't like there's no conflict.
There's no conflict.
It could be boring, but there's no like conflict.
But you guys wouldn't be like close friends.
I don't know. We could. We would just vibe. We just vibe together and just like not do anything together. We just like enjoy each other's presence.
Do you have any of your friends who are like really similar to you, like personality wise?
None of my close friends, I don't think, but I do know someone that I think we're very similar in that sense.
See, close friends, because I was thinking about that. Like I for sure cannot be very close friends with someone who has the same like personality as me.
Yeah,
because mine like we clash.
Yeah. For you, it would be like
extroverted
conflict and like you would like argue and yeah.
Yeah. And also it goes back to one thing I noticed, and then I was talking basically back to whatever, like 5 years ago. I had a conflict with this girl. Yeah, had a conflict with this girl, and then I was telling my mom about it. My mom was like, "You don't like something about that person because it reminds you of you." And then I started reading about it, and apparently it's a thing. All the like qualities or something like that, like you get ick from, or like that just like you're like, oh my God, how can you do this? It's because you are doing that or you used to do that. Like you can't do something that never happened to you before, or something you personally don't do will not bother you.
I read something so similar, but the complete opposite literally today, like before we met up for the recording. But it was saying how something you admire about someone, if you find it admirable, it's because you have it yourself.
Same. No, like it's kind of the same. Yeah. Like, you know how also like there was a TikTok trend when it was like, oh, you're sending, you're asking your friends to send the most pretty actress they think, or the most like beautiful actress, favorite popular person they think, and it's always like they look like that person. So like, I would send like Selena Gomez, for example.
I wouldn't send someone who looks like me.
Okay, normally it's like that.
Really?
Yeah, well, at least on TikTok, like everyone was like freaking out because they were doing that with friends.
This was a trend?
Yeah.
I never
like,
seen this.
Maybe like COVID times.
Okay.
But anyways,
I wasn't on TikTok.
So like back to 5 years ago, and then I was talking to my mom about this girl that I had a fight with or whatever, and then she was like, yeah, you guys are probably just too much alike. And I was like, wait.
They were beefing.
That made so much sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
And then like I started thinking of all my relationships that didn't work out, like friends or even like relationship, like romantically. I'm always like, I can't be with someone who is a lot like me because it's just like too much to handle.
Actually, yeah, I get that. Actually, I do have a close friend who is, I think, we're very alike.
Oh.
Back
well,
home.
you just broke my system.
I just hacked the system. No, I think, yeah, me and her were very alike. I think so. And we're both Tauruses. And we're still close friends, but we don't talk that much. It's like, okay, yeah, we don't reach out to each other. We don't talk like that.
There we go.
But if we were put in the same group or if we're put in the same room, we would definitely, like, there would be no problem just, like, talking to them.
But I think it's just, like, you can be, like, close. Not that I'm saying you guys are not close friends.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys would probably not be as close if it was just, like, two of you. You know how we are friends?
Yeah, that's so true. Oh, my God, yeah. Oh, I miss her. I remember, like, when we would, like, hang out in, like, smaller groups and it would be me and her there. We, like, are so, like, we would think the same way and say the same things. But I honestly don't see myself being, like, best friends with her. Like,
exactly.
the two of us. Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. And then I, again, like, looking back on my life and everyone who's, like, watching right now, you guys can think of it as well. I think everyone will find that one person that, like, everything was good, but it just didn't work out. And you're like, why? And then that's why you guys are probably too much alike.
What about, like, in relationships? Do you think you and your partner should be opposites?
Yeah,
and opposites
100%.
Yeah. So you want to date an introvert?
Probably. Okay, I was actually somebody. What was it? I had this conversation with, like, someone very recently, and then I was like, I don't know, because I kind of like people. I like guys who are extroverted. Like, I very rarely like guys who are introverted.
Exactly. I, like, don't picture that for you.
Exactly, but I feel like you can be an extrovert.
Yeah.
But it will balance it out.
Yeah.
Like, we'll see.
PEMDAS cancels out.
I want my mom and dad to do this now. MBTI. That would be interesting. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I will be, like, maybe if I actually date someone extrovert, I'll be like, okay, this is, like, too much. Because in theory, I like that. But then when you're actually in a relationship, I don't know.
You don't, I don't know.
Yeah, but then also in relationship, people are very different, I would say.
I think opposites definitely attract at some points. I feel like initially, if you're, like, on the first date, you have to be, like, similar. I don't think opposites attract on the first date.
You've had more first dates, so
I feel like when I talk highly about my first dates, it's usually when we're similar. It's like, oh, we listen to the same music, we like the same things,
okay,
we
but
think the same way. But maybe in the long term, it would be boring.
Wait, but this is interests, not personalities. Personality too?
I think so.
I think interests same, but personality is different.
I think that's the ideal. But I'm thinking, like, if I meet someone for the first time, like a guy, and I'm like, oh, like, we think the same way, I would like that.
True.
Right? But then maybe, like, in the long run, if you're actually dating, you would be like, oh, maybe you want something more exciting and different.
Yeah, I guess. Honestly, even with friendships, like us, we got so many, like, similarities. So we're like, oh my God, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same. When like, after a while, we're actually very different.
Yeah.
So I think that when that happens, that's, like, ideal. You kind of think you're this, like, similar, very similar at first, but then all those similar differences make sense, and it makes sense why you guys work.
Right.
The way you guys work.
Yeah.
Would your ideal partner to be extrovert then?
No, I think we're, like, similar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think we're similar.
Introvert? Like that
No,
specific.
he's more extroverted.
There we go.
Yeah. But he's also, I don't think he's, like, extremely extroverted.
But, like, more than you are.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, maybe it would be another way for me. Like, that person would be extroverted as well, but just, like, way less than I am.
Yeah, you know how, like, I said I'm 52, 48?
Yeah.
I think he's 48, 52 the other way around. So
I think that would be, like, okay, but mine is so high. 78.
So you have to find a 78 introvert.
No way. I think
if you're a 78 introvert,
actually
send us a DM real quick.
Actually, it might be. Who the hell knows? Because, again, in a relationship, people are very different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We'll see.
I just remember that the test we did in, like, our first year, and it was like, like 9 or 8.
Enneagram test, and I'm a 5.
Enneagram test. I don't know what I am.
I'm type 5.
I remember reading it. I was like, oh my god, this is me.
You're one of the like the leader ones, like the
obviously. Not
yeah.
But like
basically, the Enneagram test is also very interesting because I thought it was very accurate for both. You said it was accurate for you as well.
Yeah, it was accurate for me.
It was like
very
there's
accurate.
9 types of personalities.
It's very long though.
Was it?
The test was like 30 minutes or 40.
Okay. Well, that means it's very accurate. But I was a type 5, and it was something about like
observant or something.
Observant, like the thinker. I think it was the thinker or something like that. Because I question life and like very philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit.
Mine was also something about like something like a console. It was something like, oh, you want to help people, and you see more joy in that. You know, like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I remember like I think one of the last ones were like the peacemaker or something. There was a peacemaker.
And maybe I was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you were like the top numbers. The top. I forget. Not that they matter, but you were the top numbers.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Well, we'll find out.
Enneagram?
Yeah, you can do it later.
That's the thing. I've been wanting to, but it's so long that I'm like, no.
See, again, I would do it, but I don't want to be a different type. I want to stick to my type 5. I refuse to be something else.
I refuse to be a 4.
I refuse to be anything else.
I don't think you'll change though. Like
well,
with Enneagram,
my MBTI changed like 3 times, and now I don't know who I am anymore. I'm confused. Who knows? Next thing I could be like a fucking EFPT. EFP.
Just came up with something.
Yeah. Anyways.
Is there do you have any stories of when it's like you saw people clash personalities, or you're like talking to someone and you're like, oh my god, you remind me so much of this person?
Oh, I'm probably, but I can't think of anything right now. What I can think of though, you were asking about my first dates and like similarity versus differences. I went on, well, it wasn't really a date to be honest. It was just I think it was a meetup, but maybe he thought it was a date. I don't know. I didn't dress up for it, so it wasn't a date. I think I told you this. It was in Toronto. Like after I came back, I was like, oh my god, we are so similar.
I remember that.
You remember that? I thought that we were like review.
Bio. Bio. What type?
We viewed things like very similarly. It was both interest and personality. It was the same. And
okay, that's boring.
Yeah, it was boring. So I was
there we go.
I probably wouldn't date them. I wasn't gonna like. I didn't think of dating them in the beginning, but after that, I was like, yeah, definitely not. But I could see us being good friends, and we are like kind of friends. So we've met out once afterwards as friends, and yeah, so that was interesting. I was like, wait, you're a guy version of me, and I didn't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I liked what I saw. I know if that's how people viewed me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so interesting how people view you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think like I want to jump into like Erica's shoes and see how I look, how I talk.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Because you never know what people actually think about you.
No. And I want to, I try to live a life where I'm not me for just like one day just to see.
Right?
Yeah. More so like I want to interact with myself and see how I'm being perceived or like.
Well, you're a very nice person.
Oh, thank you. But you know what I mean, right? Like,
yeah. That's why partially I like birthdays, because I can hear what other people think of me.
See, the thing is, like, I feel like I already know what people are gonna say all the time.
Really?
Yeah, they always say the same shit.
Oh, no, but like true.
Yeah.
But like when I think when like people who know you a lot, like sometimes talk about how they see you, not like wish you. Not oh, I wish you this and that, but like, oh, you're such a this and that
like
person.
The birthday game where we go around and say
Yeah,
because I used to do that with my friends a lot. At one point, we also spiced it up by saying what we don't like about them.
Ooh.
And we were like, okay, like this is a safe space. We're not like hating on you. We just want to like be honest and like just improve the friendship. And we did that. And honestly, that was one of the best conversations I've ever had with my friends. And yeah, so I did that a lot with my friends, and they always said the same thing. And even now, I'm like, even with like new friends, it's also like similar.
Well, then you're that.
I know, but like,
Mine's been changing.
really?
Yeah, and then we had that like telling
Yeah.
your friends what you
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah.
Do we do it
Oh,
with you guys?
I've never done
No.
it with you.
I've done it with my group of friends back home. I think a couple of times, and it was like, it was interesting because I think like after that conversation, we all had a little bit of like that.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh shit, you didn't tell me before kind of thing.
yeah.
But we're still friends, so it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
good.
yeah.
But it was just like a little bit of that residue of
What
like,
did they say about you?
I honestly don't remember. It was like 11th grade. I think it might have been something about how like straightforward I am sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it might have been that. And like it's also a thing of like people like that about me, but like sometimes they don't. It goes both ways because I'm just honest, and I really sometimes I don't have a filter. I know that, but it's not that I choose like to say bad things.
Yeah.
It's just how I think, you know.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god, I remember this one. They told me I'm not open enough.
Really? About your feelings, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they said about me.
Same
I'm pretty
boat.
sure, yeah.
Cause
Something like that.
Well, for me, it used to be at least. I've always had that, like, there's one person that I can, like, talk to. Like, throughout my life, there's different people. But there's always, like, that person that I'll talk to. I'll explain all my feelings. I'll tell them whatever's happening in my life. But then all of my other friends, and I have a lot of friend groups, they're, like, I tell them, like, bits and pieces. And I very rarely say anything's bad or how I'm actually feeling. I'm always, like, everything's fine. Like, and it used to be, I think, more genuine. Now it's less genuine, but still. And I very rarely sit down. I'm like, okay, actually, you know what? This and that. Or like, this guy, I like this guy. I'm never going to say anything. So
they're like, why don't you tell us things?
Yeah. And makes sense. But it's really hard thing for me to do. Not because I don't trust you. It's not that. It's because I don't want to burden you.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. A lot of the times, exactly. Like, literally, I think this exact same way. I've also always had one person that I say everything to. Like, I don't hide anything from them. And then I lost her, and I just didn't know who else to, like, say all these things to. But then with my other friends, same thing. It's not I don't trust them. I love all of them, and I would tell them things, but also it's like, I don't know. It's like I'd rather just listen to their problems and give them my advice. And, like, I want to be the person who's there for them, not like be, the burden. So it's like, yeah. But then obviously they're gonna be like, no, like, we're always here for you, tell us things, blah blah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the bad thing or what I can improve on with myself when we're talking about that, I think it was also about like how it's either I don't express my emotions enough, or something like they don't know how I feel sometimes, like one of these ones, which I'm like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I know. Even my best friend, she sent me this TikTok, and it said like, it was an interview of a actress who was saying that, her friend. Oh, this is so complicated. Okay, so my best friend told me basically that you need to tell me things because when you don't, I feel like you're not trusting me, so it makes me feel like shit.
Aww.
Like,
that's so sad.
Yeah, she was saying how she gets the fact that, like, I don't want to burden whatever, but it's not that. Like, I'm here for you. I want you to tell me things.
She doesn't want you to feel that way because you're her best friend. You shouldn't be feeling like you're a burden.
Exactly. And then I started thinking, like, oh, wait, if I was on the other side of this. Like, for example, let's just, like, two of us. If you wouldn't tell me something because you're scared that you're going to burden me, I'll be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah,
like,
no.
That's not a burden.
Yeah,
that's what the friends are for.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then when I'm on that side, and like also when you have problems, normally, like, at least for me, I have them for a while, so I'm gonna say like the exact same shit all over again. I'm like,
yes,
she's not gonna say anything different.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, okay, I'm just complaining at this point. Like, get your shit together.
But that's what friends are here for.
That's so hard.
I know it's
I'm
hard. Like, you know, if anything, I know it's hard to do that. Yeah. So, like, yeah. But
so we just don't talk.
Because we always, I don't know about you, but I always tell my friends when they're feeling stressed and they start ranting and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I'm giving so much negative energy, like, or whatever. I'm like, no, bitch, like, tell me. I want to hear all, I want you to rant to me.
Right? Exactly.
So I always tell them that. So, like, obviously.
But I never take that advice.
Thing. Exactly. I give advice that I don't take myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
I think we should just have like clips of Erica saying, I want to say something, but I forgot. I feel bad now because I talk so much. Okay, think.
Oh, wait. Do you think your parents are different?
What do you mean parents are different?
Your parents. Like, we're talking about opposites attract.
Oh, do I think they're different?
Yeah.
Sometimes I think they're too similar.
Oh, too similar.
No, like, okay, they're very different. Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, how the hell? You guys have been together for 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm honestly sometimes concerned. Like,
yeah. Sometimes I feel like in that kind of situation, I'm always the guy. I'm like, sure. Whatever you say. Like, I don't really. Yeah. I could, like, maybe disagree or I think a different way. But it's never.
With a guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, it could be like a small. It has to be a small thing, though. That it doesn't really matter that much if we disagree. But like if I disagree at something or if we disagree at something, and I would just rather like be like, yeah, than like argue about it. I hate arguing. I hate not even like big arguments. I just hate like disagreeing and arguing.
Bickering.
Like sometimes it's fun.
Yeah.
But like in certain situations, sometimes I'm just like I'm never really like in the mood to like, oh no, you're wrong. I'm right. Tell me I'm right.
Because from what I've seen,
yeah,
you actually like you do this a lot more, and you do like bickering.
Oh, maybe I don't realize it.
You probably don't, because you do things, and like I've seen the guy doing like, oh yeah, sure.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
really.
And I saw like a
So
whole
funny.
different side of you. That's the thing. Like that's why
actually we haven't really talked about this. Yeah, now I'm interested.
That's why I'm like in relation, because I feel like as a friend you are, but in relationship you're not.
I like don't even like realize this at all. So this is very interesting to me. This is like new information for me.
Yeah, no, that's what I've seen. Like obviously I don't know what's happening behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
But like from what I've seen, it's more like you definitely like listen a lot, and then I wouldn't say like you're very much of like, I'm gonna prove my point. But then you do have a lot more of like, no, actually, rather than in friendships.
Oh.
And you have like,
I know that.
actually, I'm right. You have that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well I just take back everything I said. Apparently I don't know myself anymore. But I feel like I have like changed since then though.
Probably.
Yeah, I definitely see that. But yeah.
Because I think for me, it's the other way. For you, it's like in the group setting, you would be more of like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I think in the group setting, I would be more of like,
Agree.
Like proving my point, but in a relationship, I would be like, yeah, sure.
Oh.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, wait, really?
I think so.
I don't think so.
From what I've seen in my past experiences.
Oh, really?
That's
interesting. But
then also, I guess it depends on how much I'm actually interested in the person.
Yeah.
Because like
how much you care, to be honest.
How much you care. Because
yeah.
Like I used to have so much energy for this like arguments and like proving I'm right, or like I don't know, like just like explaining my point.
Dude, that has gotten so like
really
down with you. I so see that since like this entire year, you like yeah, like way
like this
less.
Like academic year, or like after you came from Amsterdam.
Maybe after I came from Amsterdam, but like especially this semester.
Oh yeah,
maybe it's like the living situation.
It's probably this semester.
Or you're just like, you have so many more things that you're occupied with that you don't even have the energy to argue or fight back. I so see that. Sometimes in certain situations where like I can clearly tell that you don't agree with it, I can see it from you. I don't know because I know you or you should show it, but I can tell, and I'm like, oh, she's not even arguing about it. I'm like, that's funny. I
don't have
energy. You're just tired.
I'm like, to be honest, I've been tired a lot, and then like all the bickering, all the explanation, you need so much energy for
that's
that.
why I never do it.
And like I like doing it like to a certain extent, but when I'm at this point of like I don't have energy to get energy from that, if that makes sense. It's the same thing with like I'm a people person, and like from interacting with people I get energized. Like I like that. But then I've been so tired that when I have days off, like the idea of having a coffee with someone rather than just laying in bed and doing nothing kills me.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, wait, I am the person who's like, wait, I don't have anything on weekend. I should see this person. I should see this person. I always have like I would think like 5 people that I see them every semester, just like catch up. But then I didn't see anyone this semester. Yeah. Just because I can't. Like, I don't have this energy with me. I wouldn't say I have no time. Yeah. That's a lie. If you want to, you always have time. Mm-hmm. I just don't have that energy.
When you have that downtime, it's just like you just want to spend like recharging and being
like
by yourself.
Yeah, I just want to be at home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Halloween weekend, and then Karina was like, you know what? I don't even know if I want to do anything this Halloween.
I'm so
like a part of me like agrees. Like I would be perfectly fine not doing anything this Halloween, but I'm also like, okay, no, I have to do something. It's Halloween.
I was just I think my TikTok heard me, and then my whole TikTok was like, Halloween weekend, you should go out. It's Halloween weekend. You can't miss Halloween weekend. I'm so like, funny. Bitch.
It's true. You can't miss Halloween weekend.
But honestly, the idea of like going out and doing fun. This whole, hi, nice to meet you. Oh my.
You don't have to do that. I honestly don't. Do you ever see me like doing that all the time? No.
No, see, but I know myself. If I go out, I'll do that. Yeah. Like it goes hand in hand. I don't know. Maybe it's like Starbucks is draining my all like nice energy.
Yeah. I was saying how like Karina switches when she sees a customer. Every time I've gone, I've seen that happens. It's so funny. Like you would be talking to like your like, coworker or something, and like you wouldn't be like, you don't look upset. You just look like normal, like you're talking to them normally. And then once a customer comes in, you like start going like, oh, like nice. You're like, I can host next. Like you like completely switch, and then you have like this like huge smile, and like your voice goes up, being like, yeah, like what can I get for you? And you're like, okay, pumpkin spice. All right, thank you. Have a nice day. You're like, okay, so like.
Remember at my other job, like Toronto job, I had the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. No, I have a lot of like that. Hi, what can I help you with?
Yeah, that's and so tiring.
Yeah, it's
okay to not be like that all the time.
But also, like, that's customer service.
Yeah, but like, okay, how many times do you go up to a server and they're like always that energetic?
Not always, but I would like them to be.
Oh, really?
Like, I am what I want to. I act the way I want to be treated.
Okay, that's a good mindset, which is like true. Yeah, I mean,
no, and it's not like I hate it. I really like. I think I would hate myself more if I would be like, hey, yeah, what can I get for you? Like, I have coworkers like that, and I'm like, bitch, what the hell are you doing? Like, but then it's so funny how my voice, like, I think I sound like those like Starbucks girls,
like Valley girls,
like Valley girl. That's how I say. I'm like, hi there, what can I get for you? And then I'm like, I was hearing myself once. I was like, who is this person? Like, first of all, my voice is different in English and Russian. Like, in English, it's way more higher, I would say. But then when I do this whole, like, hi, yeah, how can I help you with? Who is this? Was this, like, Emily?
Oh, my God. I remember what I was going to say. Yay! I remember. Because you were saying, you said Russian. You were talking about how, like, your friend said your, like, quote-unquote, like, bad thing is that you don't have a filter. You say things sometimes that you don't really mean to say, but it sounds bad. Is that the same in Russian? You do that too? I thought it was just because I know you do that. Yeah. But I thought it was just an English thing. I thought it was a language thing. Oh, you did it in Russian too?
It's just me.
Oh my God.
But I would.
Whole time I thought it was just a language
thing. Really? Yeah, no. Well, maybe to like a certain extent, but I think it might be like both. Oh. But also, do I want to say? Yeah, no, I think it's both, like both language thing, but also it's a language thing in terms of Russian is more straightforward.
Oh, okay.
Like it's way more straightforward than English.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like make my sentences or the way I say things is how I structure them in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
So
it just sounds more like direct.
It just sounds more direct. Yeah. But then I don't. Yeah. But it's not that I know English that bad. If that's what you thought. No.
I thought it was just like a language thing. Like there's this one example. I remember like you probably, I don't know if you remember this. We were in the car. It was me, you, Ali, and then the guy was driving. Our guy friend was driving, and then we were talking about something, and then you said something about you said something about how like he's like you're like, oh, but you're like small, you're like skinny or something. Something like that. And then me and Ali were like, oh my god, you did not just say that. Because for a guy, that's so offensive. Like, he was so offended.
He was?
I mean, he didn't like really, I don't think he like said anything, but I'm
don't
sure he
remember
probably
this.
would be. But I remember like, I think me and Ali just like looked at each other like, the way she just said that. But I don't think you thought much about it.
I didn't. See, sometimes I say these things and I'm like, this is just like common knowledge. Like, I don't. And it's so bad because I know how much it can get to your head for a person who is like that as well. But I don't remember this at all. No, so see, and Ali's not like that. So it's not a language thing.
At the time I was like, okay, yeah, maybe.
No, it's just a me thing. Moral of the episode? Opposite attract? What's the conclusion?
I think it's true. Maybe it's not like, okay, in relationships, maybe it's not sustainable. Mm-hmm. But they attract for sure because you're interested. It keeps you interested. Yeah. Because they're different. They're not what you're used to. Mm-hmm. Is it a long-term thing? I don't know. But you know what they say. Marriage isn't about love. It's about compromising.
Ooh.
I just dropped the bomb right there.
Okay, Erica. So what's the moral?
The moral is that I don't know, to be honest. There's no moral. It's just straight facts. I can start the moral of the episode, which I never do. Sure. I think the moral of this episode is be okay with your personality. Like, accept who you are. It sounds so basic. But it's hard.
But it's hard and it's true. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't change the fact that you're an introvert. Mm-hmm. And you can change the fact that you like peaches, whatever. You just have to like accommodate your life. It doesn't mean that you can't work on your skills. Like for sure you can, but don't put yourself in a situation where you have to act 24/7. Yeah, that's just draining. Yeah, that's my moral.
Yeah, I'll just jump on that. I agree, and I feel like. With the whole extrovert introvert thing, I used to think that being an introvert was the worst thing ever. I thought it was like such a flaw. Like I've always wanted to be like I've always admired people who are extroverted. I'm like, oh, I wish I was. I would be embarrassed to be introverted. I thought it was a bad thing, basically. But you know what? It's not. It's really not. So if you feel that way, or if you are quote unquote embarrassed about your personality type or whoever you are, like it's not a bad thing. There's no bad
personalities. There are bad people.
There are bad people. But
actually, no. There are no bad people. There are bad decisions.
Yeah.
There are bad decisions.
Yeah. But
no bad personalities. Just have to understand yours and work with it.
Exactly. And with that being said, that's the episode.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Let us know what your personality type is.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, we'll put the
question box
in Instagram. Yeah. And then you guys write your MBTI. That's going to be fun. Okay. Have a good rest of your October.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, this episode will drop the day before Halloween.
There we go. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
We'll post our costumes on Instagram if we have one.
If we do something.
Which we will. We will. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.